Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to another riveting episode of BIT.TRIP Runner. I'm all by myself today. I mean, maybe I'm joined by famous mind Marcel, but other than that, I don't... I'm by myself today. Clockworks is off doing important things like sleeping, so I figured, why not get flying meatballs and, launched at my face by myself. And hopefully I can do this and not fail a million times. I know that the last couple of episodes I've had a few things where, I wasn't doing the 100% best, and I apologize for that. It's a little bit more interesting when you're recording with someone else than when you're just recording by yourself. I mean, you have to deal with you have to deal with keeping up conversations and worrying about things but I'm back with one of my favorite games, and I'm keeping up with my upload a video every day, record as often as possible, and I've recorded the second to last episode of, or I uploaded the second to last recording of BIT.TRIP. I'm not even putting strategy to this, I'm just jumping. I uploaded the second to last episode of BIT.TRIP Runner that I have, and now I'm working to get more so that I have it backlogged, because things are going to get a little bit hectic soon, and I know it, and I don't want you guys going without. So, that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. To quote Bruce Almighty, along with a phrase that has been, commonly stated for years and years before Bruce Almighty actually came out. But, it's a little bit of trivia for you, by the way. BIT.TRIP Runner, one of David's favorite games, or one of Moonmunk's favorite games, and shit, I just died. This game is definitely a rage game in the later levels. I mean, as I said in episode probably 2 or 3, I've never beat it, but, it's one of my favorites, just because it puts you in such a calming state, and that, after you're playing a game like where I had to deal with, I don't know if that episode's gone up yet, but I had to deal with Dan and his shenanigans. It's definitely a fun game to play. I actually just finished watching, or not finished watching, but I started watching some of the Game Grumps' Adventures of Link, or Zelda 2 Adventures of Link Let's Play, which I actually think is funny because I'm planning on doing that series since everyone seems to be doing it. But if you go over to the Why Are We Gaming guys, you'll see that they are also doing a Let's Play of Zelda 2 Adventures of Link, and the funny thing about that is that they started recording before Game Grumps, so we've got a little bit of a joke going on that Game Grumps, or I have a suspicion that Game Grumps secretly watches Why Are We Gaming and took the idea from them, and I don't know, for me it's a funny thought. But they started doing it like right after the Why Are We Gaming guys did it. And I don't know if that's a coincidence or not, but I like to believe that it's not, even though I know that the Game Grumps have more important things to do than watch us lesser channels who only have, they recently got up to 38, and I'm really proud of them for that. We recently got up to 83 or something like that. I haven't checked today, but it's always a good time when you're recording and uploading and watching the Grumps do their thing. So it's always fun. I've been playing this game recently. It's on the Android market, I guess, and Kindle if you have a Kindle Fire or what have you. I missed all of those. Shit. It's called like Best Friends or something like that. It's actually a fun game. It's kind of like weird Candy Crush, match up to 4, and then you win. And I'm not as big of a fan of those games as some other people, but, you know, it's always good. Sorry. It's always a fun thing to, hold on. It's always fun to play those games and, you know, see how other people react to them, as well as, because I love reading through the reviews on the store, because you find some really interesting reviews. Well, I should have hit that. I don't know why I didn't hit that second guy, but I guess it doesn't really matter, because, I mean, I'm actually doing pretty okay this time. You know, there have been times when I haven't done really good at this game, as is present from the first, or from the second and third episode, where it took me forever to get past the levels. I blame Dan. He was throwing off my groove. And you don't throw off the groove, and I'm throwing off my own groove right now. But there will be definitely times in the future when I'm fast forwarding past certain things, and, you know, just because I don't like having you guys watch the, like, I know that everything's not going to be perfect, but you okay? Yeah. Okay. Go watch your show. Sorry, small brother. I know that I'm not going to be perfect. Like, you guys saw my Binding of Isaac runs, and that was just pitiful, to be honest. I mean, there were, I think I won one of them. Fudge. Fiddle snaps. I think I've won 2 or 3 rounds and haven't actually made that much progress on it. But, you know, you have Let's Players out there that are good at this game and good at the other games that I've played. You just go over to their channel and watch it. But I figured I'm uploading the second episode of BIT.TRIP Runner right now, so I might as well, I uploaded the second one today. I need to upload the third one tomorrow, and I'm uploading the second episode of Cybermancy. How are you guys liking that series, by the way? I don't know if if that's a series that you guys are going to want to continue watching, or if you're going to want us to continue doing it, but it's certainly something that I enjoy playing and doing, and, you know, I know that I suck at it until I get the sniper rifle out, but it's not the type of game that I would usually play on this channel. Frick. Okay, those are a little bit, those are hard, those are difficult. I know I mentioned in the first or the second episode, my episodes are all off because I'm not recording them like I normally do, or I didn't record the I didn't record the second and third episode like I normally did, where I, you know, record it and then have that be one session, do 15 minutes, and then, alright, I need to just drop down for that, where I do 15 minutes and then stop the episode, and then the next one I do 15 more minutes. That one was a half-hour video that I had to cut down into 2 because Clockworks doesn't like doing the videos where we stop in the middle of the video and figure out what we need to do and then record the next one. I do, because it structures things out, and it's not like it's too hard to remember how long I've been recording like it used to be, because when I used Fraps I didn't have a timer, but right now for games like this one I have a timer literally right above. I can get this, guys, I promise. I have a timer literally right above the game, so but I'm trying to get better about recording. I love the clouds that are in the background. They've got little mustaches, and it's all fun and games until Cloud gets hurt. Just so long as I'm not being forced to shoot bugs by Clockworks. That just made me sad. No, but I love having other people on the channel. Like, as much as I randomly bitch about things, it's admittedly a lot easier to... I need to jump over that guy instead of trying to jump on him. it's a lot easier to record when you've got someone else there, because you're working off of what they're saying and what they're doing, and you know, figuring everything out. And it's a little bit easier. I wouldn't say more fun or anything, because I still have fun doing this with or without people, but it's definitely nice to have someone to bounce off of instead of yourself. And I think that's a problem that every Let's Player faces, because, I mean, doing Let's Plays on your own is really difficult, but then again, doing Let's Plays with other people, you have to figure out if you both have the time, if you both are... Oh, okay, I did it. Sweet. And I got the bonus. You have to set up a time for both of you to be recording and be able to get to the computer at the same time and make sure that everyone's okay with it, and it takes a lot of effort and work. Why do I feel like I've done this one before? Shite. I jumped way too early on that one. But yeah, no, there's definitely some difficulties with recording with other people and some difficulties with recording alone. I mean, if you're recording alone, you have to deal with, you know, bouncing off of yourself and figuring out what you want to say, and I definitely commend Let's Players like Markiplier for doing solo Let's Plays, because that's how I started off, you know. And it's a little bit weird for me to do Let's Plays on my own now, but at the same time, like, I love doing it, because it's just you, the game, the audience, and you don't have to worry about it too much. But what do you guys think? What's your favorite recording style? Do you prefer the Game Grumps recording style, where, you know, they have 2 people or 3 or 4 at all times, or do you prefer the Markiplier style of recording, where it, you know, switches between having, or where it's just one person and he'll do collaborations with other people, but most of the time it's just him sitting in front of the screen recording and talking to himself? I personally like both pretty equally. I mean, for my personal recordings, I don't know, there are advantages and disadvantages to both. As I said, you know, Bo, stop it. Hey! Cut it out. Cut it out. Stop it. That's what I thought. Yeah, cat's scared of me. Or just not wanting to deal with my crap right now. One of the two. Probably the second one. There are advantages and disadvantages. Like I said before, you know, when you're recording with someone, you have someone to bounce off with, but when you're by yourself, you don't have to worry about setting up times to record. And if this was the only career that we had, like between Dan and I, then it would be a lot easier. But you know, Dan's got other stuff that he has to do, and this is my only job, really. But when you're recording with someone, you definitely have to stop it. You don't have to stop it. You definitely have to figure out times and schedules and work around things, and it's a lot of hassle, but it ends up being a lot of fun. Plus, you get reactions like what we had in one of the videos, which, again, I don't know if it's gone up at this point. Or if that part of it's gone up at this point. I think we recorded like an hour in that session, so I'm not entirely sure what will go up at the point that this has gone up and what won't, simply due to the fact that, you know, it's all about timing, and you know, this is going to be the 4th episode, so. But I'm going to end it there, because we are out of time, and I will continue randomly ranting. I'm going to do one more episode tonight, and we will figure that out later. So, thank you all so much for watching, and if you liked what you saw here, I know that it was kind of a quick episode, or it felt like a quick episode, check out the annotations for more videos that I've done, or more videos that Dan has done. Thank you for watching, and bye.